Hello, hello. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Good morning.
I guess we had 1 week after Valentine's Day, which didn't really feel like a weekend because it was busy for me. So I got one good weekend to myself. Closing ceremonies of the Olympics. Did you watch any Olympics this weekend?
I didn't, but my daughter sends me clips because she's now obsessed with ice skating, which I think is fantastic because I was obsessed with ice skating when I was a kid. And, I mean, not because I'm coordinated, but because it's so interesting and beautiful and artistic.
When I was younger, ice skating was like, I think the Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan, all of that was going on. And it was like, it was drama in women's ice skating.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
I was trying to explain it to Kat the other because she was showing me the gold medalists that won because I didn't get to see it. I was gone.
She's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, she's absolutely amazing. And my daughter just thinks she's just like the coolest person ever. And she seems like a good little
totally
role model.
Kat was saying that too. Like she didn't like conform to like that very like proper. She seemed like very genuine and excited.
Like her hair, she had color blocking on her hair.
She got streaks in her, just very not in your typical. Because you feel like ice skating is very like prim and proper
and rigid. Very much
rigid.
so. No, she was just. You could tell she looked like she enjoyed what she was doing. You know?
Well, she was. Kat was saying when they were all the. Competitors were out there warming up. She was like going around like taking pictures in the crowd and like doing like a bunch of video and like everybody was like Super Bowl serious, you know.
I love it.
She had a big smile on her face. So
I love that.
congratulations to her
and hockey.
And
what up?
So we missed the actual winning goal because we were taking my niece out to pedicures for her birthday.
I did see that. That's so sweet.
And so we were trying to get ready. We were watching the game. We're like, okay, we've got this narrow window to for us to take showers, right? Because it started at 7:15. So I watched the first period in bed in my phone, and then second period in the living room, and then we wheeled in a little TV into the bathroom so we could watch it and get ready. But I was in the shower and I missed like the
winning goal.
The winning goal. We had to go back and see
but how cool is that?
Congratulations, United States.
That was amazing.
Yeah, congratulations, Amber Glenn, our Plano native.
Yep.
For placing 5th in was it the short? I don't know how.
Don't make me lie to you. Don't make me lie to you. She redeemed herself. She had a little bit of a tough
in the
run.
short program. Yeah.
Yep. And then ended up getting 5th.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
And shout out to my dear friend Roxy Glenn because that's her niece.
At the end of the hello Roxy.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Congratulations to your niece. I mean any opportunity when you are the best in the world in something and you get to be put on that sort of stage, like there is no. It breaks my heart to think that like somebody could come out feeling like embarrassed or or feeling like they underperformed too much. Like you are literally the best in the world.
Yeah.
Like you're I would love to be the best at anything. Like give me anything.
Oh, Tanner, you do. So you're the best at a lot of stuff. Oh, you have the best smile.
The best.
You have the best laugh.
That's a lie too. These are all.
They're not a lie. You're smiling now.
The best. Okay.
Okay. A wonderful smile.
Yeah.
How's that?
Okay, I need a style. Real quick. Tennis shoes and jeans. Mm-hmm. Is that a no-no?
It's not a no-no as long as they're the right tennis shoes.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me because like
you want to go that you want to do that look.
When it gets cold, I do a lot of jeans and like a button like this kind of like casual. Like I'm not dressed up, but like I got a button down on and. A lot of times I'm walking around all day and I will put tennis shoes on and Kat is losing her mind when I go out the door.
She doesn't want an old man.
Yeah, she's like, what are you doing? I got like New Balances and like...
That's the problem. Yeah. So you can't do the New Balance. Girls can do the New Balances, but guys can't do the chunky New Balance shoe. So I think you should probably do something. Do you know you can make custom Nikes and you should do a custom Nikes with BeLocal on them?
Oh,
you can do them in the colors. You can pick your own colors and like do all of that. You should do custom Nikes with BeLocal on them.
Okay.
And then that becomes your thing.
You know, my next door neighbor growing up was a shoe designer for Nike.
Really? Mm-hmm. I love Nikes.
Yeah. Well, they're usually a little too narrow for my foot, but I would get...
Me too.
My foot was a 9 and the 9 was the like the demo shoe.
Yeah.
So I would get shoes that were in slightly different. The left and right foot were slightly different. So I had golf shoes as a kid where my soles were different colors.
Oh, that's
I had a lot
hysterical.
of so I get the the demo shoes from the neighbor.
Oh, it's great.
So interesting, fun stuff. I didn't know that. Okay,
we have
so
the same
Nike
size shoe because I get Nike's men's 9s because I'm a women's 10.5 in Nike's.
No, I've grown a little bit. I've got a little bigger foot.
So you got a bigger foot now. We can't share Nikes.
We cannot
is what
share,
you're saying.
Yeah, we can't.
I was like, you could try mine to see if you like them. But
that'd be funny.
But speaking of trying to be the best, I did have an amazing. It was not the Olympics, but it was the Ace Pickleball championship yesterday.
Okay.
I got second.
Oh, okay. Who beat you? Let's congratulate the people who won.
No. Oh my gosh. What are you talking about? Have you met me? No.
Did you have a partner?
I did have a partner.
Okay.
I don't play singles. That's trash.
Okay.
That's like tennis.
Who do you play with?
No, actually I had a new partner. His name's Matt Tran. Shout out to Matt. We had so much fun. And that was the first time we'd ever played together like that. We play an open play, but my normal tournament partner wasn't available. And so we played open play last weekend. I said, hey, you want to play in the tournament with me? He was like, I'm going to let you down. He's like, I do horrible in tournaments. I was like, let's just have fun. And we ended up going undefeated in our pool or in our bracket and then went to the finals and ended up losing to the team we beat twice.
Oh, so do you think they figured out something I
think we were a little gassed. Hey, the one kid is 17 years old and is a 4.2. Hello. I mean, like sandbagger.
What is a 4.2?
So duper ratings are how like they classify what your skill
rating?
level. I don't know what it stands for. I don't know, but my husband calls it my super duper.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, you're such a dork. But so it like beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and so just knowing where you are on.
It's like a handicap in golf. So you can play
it's
against other people, or you just kind of like how you rank yourself.
Yeah.
Does it give you a handicap in the game? Like if you're an 8 and I'm a 4 and we play, is there some sort of way to level the playing field? Do I play like on one foot or like?
No, none of
that. Have a crappy paddle with like holes in it.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So there's no curve or anything else like that. But what happens is if you have a really high score and you're playing somebody that has a lower score, and even if you win, your duper can actually go down because the scoring is basically like, hey, good for you, but you should have won. So anyways, that kid who's 17, he had a 4.2, and really once you get to high 3s to like a 4.0, like that's a really consistent, like high intermediate, low advanced kind of player. So really good, but no, I mean, we could have, I will say this, and I'm not trying to be rude. They didn't win. We lost. We made some really bad errors, and we should have won. And so it is what it is. But to come out second, it was so exciting. Yeah. And then this does not stand for Plano Kicks Butt, even though I'm going to tell people it does when we're on our podcast or something. But a friend of mine, Eric, has this pickleball wear line, and so he gave me the hat over the weekend, and so I thought that was really cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, so not my medal, but I am wearing my hat.
Now, didn't you just win a pickleball tournament too, like the week before? Okay, like with NAR or
Texas
track
Realtors.
or Texas Realtors?
Texas Realtors.
Okay.
You're so in the real estate business because you just rattle off all the acronyms and nobody knows what any of them do.
So you and Kyle played, right?
Yeah, Kyle Paris.
Yeah,
yep.
Cool.
So we won that for North Texas for Metro Tech. So I'm got my pickleball clothes on underneath this, so I'll be playing pickleball.
Do you have a wall yet that has like kind of like triathlons or like marathon runners have like their medals that they hang on like something they can be proud of? Do you have a trophy room yet?
I used to have it above. I made Reese above his desk because he had shelves above his desk. He had all my trophies and my awards. It was so funny. Alex would create a shrine, but now we redid the office and it's much more streamlined, and so I don't have that. But I'm going to put a shelf together because I'm very proud of those things. But
well, speaking of like fun things we got today, you got a cool hat, and I got something in Amazon that I've been ordering. So I'm a fan of, like, Kat has found, when we moved to Plano,
right?
Kat found a couple fun books to like learn more about the area. And so like the first one we picked up was A Hidden History of Plano. Yeah. By Mary J. Here, give me camera, whatever camera. There we go. Hidden History of Plano.
Love that.
Yeah, which is very cool. Kat's read through it more than I have.
Do you know where the name Plano came from?
Because it was so flat.
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah,
it's flat. I think it's the Spanish word for flat.
Yes, it's just
real
flat,
real sexy. Plano, flat.
So
yeah,
but this will tell you about like baseball history in Plano, like the Plano Nines, and like some other things, like just some cool stuff if you want to learn about Plano. And then because my wife's birthday is Halloween, October 31st. Right. She's really into to Halloween, and so we have Haunted Plano. So this is Haunted Plano, Texas. I don't know where we get this. Maybe it's at the library. I'm gonna have to next time. I'll follow up to say where you could get this. But
Alex would like that.
These are both. This one's written by Mary Jacobs. This is written by Mary Jacobs and a couple other, Jeff Campbell and Cheryl Smith. Very cool. So I just, these are on my coffee table, and people thumb through them all the time.
Yeah.
So I was meeting with Abby Atler last week. What Alter. I always say Atler for some reason.
Yeah, she'll correct you if you do that.
She should.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
So I was with Abby. Last Friday, I don't know, 10 days ago, something like that. And we were talking about her new book, and I didn't think I could order it, but I went on Amazon and I could find it. So this is called 100 Things to Do in Plano Before You Die.
I love the title.
Yeah. So what's great, because you can thumb through to literally like any page here, and it gives you basically an idea for the day.
That's
like
so fun.
There's little places, play around Shawnee Park, or it'll be something to do, play pickleball and connect at Chase Oaks Church, right? Just like little things here and there, and a little history.
I probably can't play pickleball at the church.
Just blast just the language.
No, yes, but I'm probably too aggressive to play at the church anymore. So yeah, but that's okay.
Okay, well they set up. I was at Carpenter Park, our rec center, and they set them up inside too, where like the basketball courts and stuff are, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, and I can't do that either.
You can't do that either?
No,
why is that?
I'm too aggressive.
You're too aggressive.
I'm just, yeah.
So you need like a, where do you thrive? What kind of environment, pickleball environment, do you need to be like in your element?
One where I'm not going to accidentally body bag somebody and feel really bad for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean,
you just need a high level of competition where like you can like slam it back into them and nobody's like feeling bad that you
I can play for fun, but it's also not fun for me to just play for fun.
Okay.
So like, cool, let's play a game, but then I want to play.
Yeah, I get it.
So that's, no.
Cool.
So.
Well, available now. I think it's like $20 on Amazon. This is 100 Things to Do in Plano Before You Die. Yeah, it's just fun. I really like this. And if you don't know Abby, she runs Plano Moms right now. So there's, I don't know, that newsletter goes out to like 100,000 moms.
Oh, it's super active.
And lots of people on social. So just a very cool thing to follow.
Did you find anything fun in there that you're going to do maybe in the next couple of weeks?
In the next couple of weeks, I don't know. I'm going to go all the way through it. I think what we're going to do with this is I've got a bunch of little like stickies. So I think when we knock them out, me and my wife will go through the whole thing and we'll put stickies on the ones that we've done, and we'll figure out like where, like how long it takes us to do all 100 things. Because some of the things we have done.
I believe in you. Like if anybody's going to actually follow through with that, it's Tanner and Kat.
Why not? Like as I get to know this area better, like what better way? Like she's been here for a long time. She's spent a lot of time putting together this list. It seems to be
I think you should do
taking advantage of.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. So that's my books. Oh, early voting is this week. So if you didn't take advantage of the early voting in Plano last week, so I think it's all 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at any of the voting locations. Go ahead and Google it. But I voted at Carpenter Park.
I was going to say, and if you are worried about lines and everything else, like they have, I know. Well, but you can go on the apps and or go on there and it'll show you like current wait times and things of that nature. It does not have to take you long to vote, and everybody needs to vote.
Maybe it's because I early vote every time. I never have a line. Like everybody's like, voting lines. I literally walk up every time, like straight up to the person. I go vote. I'm in and out in 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, non-presidential cycles are generally a little bit more lethargic anyways. But then, of course, then there are people like my husband, shout out Reese Gentry, who's like, I'm an American. I vote on election day. That's what he does. So he waits. I like early voting. He likes to vote day of.
Okay.
He feels like it's more patriotic that way. I
would like if we could do something where like everybody, it became like an event, like a national holiday, and we took the time off, and like what is it? Australia has compulsory voting, right?
Oh, okay.
Where you are required to vote. It's actually not required, but you get a tax break essentially for voting. So they incentivize you, and then they make it a big thing. Like, hey, we'll have a barbecue, everybody votes. It's a whole community thing. We celebrate our democity in a way.
It's interesting. I just had a lot of intrusive thoughts that I'm going to keep to myself after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was wondering if I was going to get a giggle from the crowd from Rick Davis. I did. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just stick in your head.
Yes.
I don't know what you were thinking, but you know.
Keep that in the hat, shall we?
Well, it takes a lot for you to say, like, I don't want to say it. So
Tanner's like, I don't think you should say it. Yeah, it's great.
Cool. So what else? You have anything else before I dig in a little more into the BeLocal side and stuff? Anything else going on in the real estate world? Anything new this week?
No, I think just continue. I mean, obviously AT&T continues to be in the news for Plano in regards to what they're going to do with that campus. You know, Plano's really, they're going to vote, I believe this week on a pretty substantial tax incentive package to build out the Plano campus. But because of that, I mean, it's requiring AT&T to like invest a couple of $1 billion into that, the campus and the surrounding area and the jobs that it's going to be bringing into there. So I think that's awesome. I mean, still talking about the real estate landscape and because Plano's considerably built out. We just, you know, with all these things going on, and we have some of the top jobs in engineering and tech and finance sitting right in our backyard, and it's absolutely amazing. So, you know, as we continue to talk about inaffordability and different areas of the Metroplex, Plano still yields itself while it's higher than other areas in the state because of the economic activity and the active job marketplace. It still makes it somewhere that, you know, is sustainable for all people to be. And I just love that we're here and we're still seeing growth and we're seeing smart business and smart infrastructure and great restaurants and all of those things and cool things to do, not just, you know, your same old, go and punch a ticket and go into a commercialized facility. There's no, so it's just, you know, I think that's great. And I love how, again, coming up on a year-long resident, how much pride you beam for your local marketplace.
We love this place. And we, you know, to kind of speaking on like all the fun things to do, we have tons of people continuing to move here even though we're built out.
I know.
And a lot of that is, and we've talked about this before, but we have a ton of corporate relo because of you know, top jobs. People want to come here because we've got great brands and great jobs, great corporations. And
the younger generation are seeing that. We're seeing a lot of these neighborhoods. I mean, mine specifically is one of them where, you know, I mean, people built these houses and have lived there for 30, 40, 50 years. And now they're retiring and they're going to, you know, to their next chapter and stuff. And you're seeing a younger generation really yearn for those established neighborhoods, the architecture, you know, the feel of the neighborhoods. I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, I feel that way about my neighborhood. Like I smile when I go through my neighborhood. Oh, yeah. You know, you're smiling now. I love that. Yeah. So, I mean, those are things that just bring joy. And so we don't have a ton of new construction. Well, we have no more new construction really going on, but we just have such a stable and amazing resale market because people want to be here. So that makes me happy. But that's also what makes me happy about you being, you know, a brand representative of your community and doing this BeLocal, you know, venture and really it not being about just making money within the city of Plano. It's highlighting why you live here, why other people should do business here, live, work, and play. So let's talk a little bit more about that.
A little bit about kind of like the Simon Sinek, like why should we exist and why should anybody care?
Let's do
like that sort of thing. So, and excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip of water.
Do that. And I'm gonna take my first form, so can be extra aggressive when I'm on the pickleball drink. It's an energy drink. Andy Frisella, it's his company. Okay. Made in the USA.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Not a paid sponsor?
Not a paid sponsor. Okay. Yeah.
So again, we have tons of corporate relo here in Plano, and when families move to the area, they are actively looking for new routines.
Yep.
They're actively looking to find new habits, to settle in, to find local favorites. The challenge is that a lot of them come from out of state and they just don't have like the word of mouth or the referability. And so where BeLocal steps in is we act as like this matchmaker, right? We connect people both to best shopping or restaurants or events. We help them learn a little bit more about the history of their community, where they can get involved, maybe the best phone numbers to call to help them out in those first 30 days or something.
I love that. And keep talking because as you were talking about people coming in from out of the state, I have a statistic that I pulled up for you. So keep going.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. But they come in, they don't have that word of mouth, right? They don't have the connection to say like,
sure.
But they have to make those routines. Like the clock's almost ticking. Like I got to get my kids into daycare. Oh my gosh, I got this toothache and I got to find a dentist.
Yep.
Right. Like there are things that actually have to happen where they have to make decisions, without guidance. And so where BeLocal comes in is we kind of act as that matchmaker, that local guide. We provide them a reference guide of some great things to do. Not only things to do, places to go, places to eat, but we spend a lot of time vetting business partners and saying like, who are the best people to connect to these new movers in specific industries that we know that they need early. So I get to be favorites on both sides. Like on one side of the coin, I get to be this this kind of community staple that helps people get, assimilated, kind of like move into the area and kind of find their niche. And then on the flip side of that coin, we get to be a hyper local marketing platform for a lot of these people that execute at a high level. And because they do really good word of mouth business, a lot of the people we work with, they are high Google ratings, very referable. But sorry, like that's a blind spot with this new mover market. They just don't have the word of mouth. Like what you do to build your business in a lot of other places, and where you pride yourself, this point of pride for a lot of people that are successful with us, is that we don't spend a lot of money on advertising. Right? Yeah. We don't, we realize word of mouth when that leaves this gap in their strategy. So,
I think play both. I think it's fantastic because we talk about often, it's not about just a Google review, because we also know certain things. There's a trust factor because you can buy reviews, you can incentivize people to do reviews. So the personal brand, the word of mouth, and it's a layering effect. You have to do all of those. You have to be visible. We have to be able to find you online. We have to be able to find you, circulating in different publications, on top of, your neighbor Suzanne saying, "Oh, you got to go try this place," right? And so I think it's not just one thing. It's the Swiss Army effect, and I think people will sometimes just get tunnel vision and only focus on one avenue of promotion.
Most people would rather get a root canal than talk about like their marketing or advertising strategy. Like it's just tough because then you have to like track it, and then like if it doesn't work, then like you failed in some way.
Oh, you track things?
It's hard. Well, it's like, how do I find the metrics for my ROI? And it's like, I don't know. Is your business growing? Like if you're doing all of these other things, it's really hard. Well, at the chamber a few weeks ago, there was a class that was taught called "They Didn't Find You on Google." And
interesting.
What the whole premise is that, like you said, people build trust through repeated exposure to a brand over time through multiple mediums.
Correct.
Right. So it's not just like, on Google, I trust you immediately because you had a bunch of reviews.
Right.
Google is often the last point before they reach out.
Okay.
Right. It's like where they find the contact, where they do something else. But how they choose that rank of people on Google is usually trust and familiarity that's happened before. Right. So when this is a problem we have in a lot of companies that do, different types of marketing and media and advertising and stuff, is when people say, "How did you hear about us?" A lot of people say Google, because that's the last place they went. But really, you've spent time, energy, and money for the last 6 months repeatedly exposing that person to your brand. So when they go to Google, it's an easy, there's the phone number to the place I already know.
Yeah, right? Googling, when they Google, it's to reach out, and I need to find the accurate information to reach out. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and are they still open? Are they still conducting business, doing that kind of thing? No, that's an interesting. I never kind of went through that prism of that of the progression of that. Google is actually the last stop, not the first stop. Most of the time now.
That's why it is important, like diversified marketing strategy through like direct mail. People like, it's wasteful. Well, it works to some.
Why do you think people spend so much money on it during political campaigns?
I was like, all of this stuff works. Like somebody last Friday was like, I don't do any print advertising. It doesn't work. And none of that stuff works. And I was like, that's a bold take, man, to say that none of this works. Cause like, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that you're saying is completely ineffective. Because the idea is that in order to be effective, you need to have a diversified strategy.
But this is what's hysterical to me. Again, we talked about this last time, the pushback, right? We are oversaturated online. We're oversaturated online. So when you actually get something in the mail that looks halfway decent, I mean, anytime we get a catalog or something else, Alex will be like, what's that? Let me flip through it. And she's 12. And so like she acted like to feel something, to actually go through something. I don't know. And there's more control because anytime you go online and you start looking at something, even have you noticed when you try to read a news article and there's pop-up. 47 pop-up, I'm like, God, screw it, I'll figure it out later on TikTok.
I will abandon. I bail on that so fast. When it and starts popping, I'm like, nope.
And then you get angry. So those digital ads and everything else, again, are useful when you're doing a multi-pronged strategy. That's great. But there's something we said about physical advertising, just like physical media is back in it. We have to go through the record line and the CD line for my kid every time because it just feels differently. And so to have that, I don't know about you, the coupon packs.
Oh, Valpak or like the ad pages or something like that.
Do you
go through them?
I hate paper, so I don't do it anymore. But like Alex used to go through them and see what they were, and Reese often would go through them as well. You never know when you need a garage door spring. I mean, that generally is a coupon in there at any given time. But it's because you almost like go, well, man, they put the effort to actually do like in-print advertising. Maybe they're actually pretty decent. Like there's a reliability factor when it's
legitimate,
not
like okay, they spent the money, they bought the ad, they spent like they're in this legitimate mailer, so they exist and they probably execute to some decent level because they can afford to make the ad. Is that
I think so. And if somebody was really crappy, they probably wouldn't put forth the time, energy, and effort to do print ads, right? Like, I mean,
the direct mail and stuff. I mean, I think it's effective if you have an immediate need. So, like, if you can hyper target, hyper local, you can catch people that have an immediate need. If they pull it out of the mailbox and they don't need it, I'll tell you, like Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's sandwich deals get me every time. My wife will pull those aside and she'll set them on the table. She's like, Tanner in the next 5 days is going to eat himself a Jimmy John's sandwich. And so that's fine.
What's your favorite Jimmy John's?
Oh, so I get a Club Lulu, like the 16. I put no tomatoes. I had cheese and extra hot peppers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that Reese would like that.
It's turkey, bacon, hot peppers, cheese, and mayo. And I get like an extra mayo packet, which I'm not a big mayo fan, but they never put enough mayo on that particular sandwich.
It's the easiest way to cut calories is to get rid of condiments.
I know.
Use avocado instead.
Kat counts every single calorie that goes into her body for the last 6 months.
Okay, I can't do that.
It's amazing.
But I already, I've got it real dialed in. How's she doing with all that?
Down 20 pounds.
That's amazing. I
know. Yeah.
Good for her.
I mean, I'm
proud
super duper proud of. Like, it's not the reason she started doing it. The reason she started doing is we're going to Machu Picchu in April. And so we have to do these that's
on my bucket list.
These big hikes and stuff. You should. I mean, it'd be great. Okay.
Well, anyway. Do they have pickleball in Machu Picchu?
They might. I mean, they played some crazy sports, the Incans. Okay. So maybe then they have the sport. It's the Aztec that had the sport where they hit the ball through the hoop. The
I don't know.
It's like basketball, but they'd like kick it with
and lit it on fire or something.
Probably. I don't know. Like I think some of that we kind of phone in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rick said they cut your head off.
Oh, they cut your head. They play with like human heads. The losing teams, because there's a human sacrifice element of all of that, I suppose.
Yeah, so I think, so we digress. But you're going to Machu Picchu. That's
so we're doing
great.
Machu Picchu, and Kat was like, oh my God, I want to actually be able to enjoy. We're hiking, I think it's like 13 to 15 miles a day. Sometimes it's, a mile or two up.
Wow.
But it's like a 4-day thing down the Inca Trail.
Okay.
And we're really excited about it. So Kat just doesn't want to be tired. Like she's like, I'm getting in shape because like I want to enjoy this. I don't want to be huffing and puffing through this. And so I said, yeah, baby, we'll do this together. And she took off and did it, and I sat. And didn't do it.
And Tanner has extra mayonnaise packets probably in his pocket.
I did some I vicariously through her, like through osmosis, I'm absorbing the health benefits of like
you're getting some bits.
Well, the pantry is much more healthy and the fridge is much more healthy, and we make healthier decisions. And like sometimes I will do a protein shake, but I had a donut this morning.
I swear.
Because Monday morning there's a donut place downstairs, and the girl that works there is so nice. And
she is so nice.
So like I popped my head in and I was like, I'm just gonna get a water. And she's like, you sure you don't want a donut? And I'm like, I do want a donut. I do want a donut.
Boys are so weak.
Yeah. I mean, like
But you can also burn that donut off a lot easier than us women can sometimes, because our bodies just, I think, we were designed.
I'm out and about all day. I feel like
You're fine. You can burn it.
I can burn off a donut, but I'm not religiously going to the gym like Kat is. Kat's going like every day or every other day.
Yeah, I don't
She's
go
got
to
a whole schedule.
I think that's great. I don't go to the gym. I just play
Massive amounts of pickleball.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of cardio and a lot of muscle building and stretching and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So no, that's good. Okay, so we went down that tangent because of the coupons. And that works, right?
Yeah.
The Jimmy John's coupons.
Yeah. So but you need an immediate need there, right? Like you have to hit somebody like when they need like, oh my gosh, I've got a plumbing problem or I've got an electrical problem or like I need, a repair. Okay. This worked for us when we first moved in. We found a pergola repair. This place called Sola Pergola. Like we have an electric pergola. Have you been there and seen that?
I've seen your pergola.
Well, it was broken last time you saw it.
I know. I found the remote. The motor,
You found the motor. Yeah, but the motor was seized up. So we got a direct mail ad in the first probably 30 days of this ad, and Kat runs in like waving it, like, oh my God, this is the people from the and so because it matched, it looked the same.
Yeah.
So if there's an immediate need, bam, like direct mail hits you. What we do is we give them a resource that they're excited to read.
Yeah.
Something that they're expecting in the mail and they know what it is. And so when they get the BeLocal, which is the most visible piece, is the guidebook. When they get that book in the mail in the first 30 days, they're like, hell yeah. And it makes it through the front door. It's something they thumb through month after month because it's got 40 restaurants in there. Sure. You're not going to eat all 40 restaurants in one day, but if you have a good time at the first restaurant, you're going back to the book, right? And so we put the best things to do. We make that something that sits on the coffee table for 7 to 12 months.
It's great.
Right? And then we put the best possible brands we can in there. So when they're looking for an electrician or a flooring guy or somebody to fix their HVAC, we're positioning trusted local brands.
I like that.
Then your big box store or somebody that it maybe not executing at a high level. There's a lot of unregulated industries here in Texas.
Yes, there are.
Isn't that fun?
Roofing being one of them.
Anybody can be a roofer, right?
Yeah.
You grab a ladder and you start an LLC and I'm Tanner Hobbs Roofing and I can do whatever I want.
It's great.
So
no offense, Tanner. I'm not hiring you to do my roofing.
And with the resources and the knowledge you have in the industry, I wouldn't expect you to. But not everybody's that knowledgeable, especially if you're 30 days in and you got to do something to your house. Yeah,
you're super overwhelmed. And as you were saying this, I can't remember which comedian it is. It's one of the Christian comedians, or he has a Christian element to his, and he talks about the Nextdoor app. And that he goes on there just to poke fights on the Nextdoor app because it's often it's like
Christian.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember which one it is. There's a couple of them, but his Nextdoor bit is fantastic. And so it's like, because everybody airs their dirty laundry, they share their favorite plumber, and then they talk about, walking through the neighborhood and girls are sunbathing in the front yard, and that's horrible for my husband to see. And you should tell your daughters to cover up. And then the next thing, he'll sit there and come in the chat, and he's like, "Has anybody talked to Phil? How's Phil doing after Karen reamed him on the Nextdoor app?" Right, for the whole neighborhood to see. But it is kind of funny, and it is the most dramatic social app, and it's in your backyard. So that was a great resource to find local trusted people with the Nextdoor app. Oh, yeah. I had to get rid of it. It was the most filthy trash that I had on my news feed, right? I mean, when TikTok and Facebook is better than the Nextdoor app. So I feel like the BeLocal can be the Nextdoor app, what it used to be, right? All of your favorite trusted people
without
that are in your neighborhood.
Without the crazy cat ladies that are just ranting.
Yes. And screaming about how your trash can blew over and are you a heathen and what the heck is wrong with you? What the heck is wrong with you, Phil? Your trash can's in the middle of the road again.
So your recycling blew over. I happened to notice you didn't properly sort your
there
cans
was trash in your recycling bin. You should get a demotion for that.
Let you know I put it off to the city and let the city know your delinquency.
But it's so true. And so I feel like that's the nice thing is oh gosh, I don't have to deal with the neighborhood drama. I can actually go and find the trusted people that are cemented in the community and cemented in the neighborhood and BeLocal. And I'm a resident here too. And so that's something I'm excited to.
Yeah. And then, this isn't just for new movers. We focus on that because we want to get them connected. Sure. But there's a social element where we'll have Facebook groups and TikTok and Instagram and all the things. So we're sharing.
So we can bring the drama?
You can bring the drama in the comments if you want to. Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Get your cup of coffee.
Yeah, I think in the spirit of all of this, I don't think we're not a high drama. I'm not really a high drama person. I just want to make people happy. So very golden retriever energy. What's the stat you were going to give?
Yeah, no, you are a golden retriever, and I love that about you. So it was interesting. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it was talking about net migration, from other states. And so I was like, well, I wonder what the net migration looks like for Plano, to it. And they said, so it's not huge, but that's a large flow that expands the communities. 3% of residents move here from out of state. Okay. And so, I mean, it doesn't sound like an exponentially high number, but it still is. To your point, people coming in from out of state. Can you name the top 2 states that they cited people moving to Plano from?
I mean, it's usually, I'd say California.
California's number 1.
Okay. The second state.
And now this is census, so it could be, who knows, but
I don't know. Okay. So it's got to be a large state. So it's either New York or Florida?
No, you're not going to.
I'm not going to guess it.
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Well, because they're close. I was going to say the next one was going to be like adjacent, like touching.
Yeah, it's still kind of interesting though. And then Texas actually regained the number 1 spot for the most moves from another state to Texas. Okay. So Florida and Texas have kind of been jockeying between number 1 and number 2 for the last several years. So I think Texas got back to the number 1.
Interesting. I bet the average age of a mover to Texas is lower than the average age of a mover to Florida, though. Like people that are still participating in the workforce. Right, so we look from an economic standpoint.
That's actually a really good spin on it. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm just thinking like insightfully, try to use that data and what does that data mean? Yeah. Means we're getting a lot of people coming in here looking to work, and I was like, well, Florida, not really as much.
No, they're playing pickleball.
Yeah, they're playing pickleball and retiring.
Pickleball and mahjong, living their best life.
Mahjong. Somebody's gonna have to teach me mahjong because it comes up every week.
Oh my gosh, I just played for the first time with my friend Christine Burke and Shauna Quisto. We played for the first time, and so it was so much fun. I am such a dork now. Okay, but the problem is, you it's not a big deal, but I like to have if I'm gonna play a game like that and everything, I want to have a cocktail. It is so convoluted. You have to laser in focus. Okay, this is not a drinking game.
It's not a drinking game.
No, it's not.
Is there money involved? Can you wager on it? Or anything?
I'm sure anything can be involved.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a gambling type thing.
No, I don't think it's a gambling thing. I think it's a pride thing, probably bragging rights. But it is intense, man. But it is so much fun, and once you get it, you'll kind of get hooked on it.
I've only played the mahjong from the
online.
when we go shopping, and when we're traveling. In all these gift shops, there's like mahjong. It'll be like, here's a New York mahjong kit
for $500.
Seriously,
dude.
And I like chess, so I've got chessboards from all over. But now, and
you know what Reese would say? Nerd. Yeah, that's what he does to me every time I say something, 100%. And he's like, "Nerd."
It's fine. I don't care. I'll fully embrace. I'll fully embrace my nerd. But I'm not allowed to get another chess set until I get rid of another chess set. So the next time I buy a chess set, I have to throw away a chess set.
I could totally see you and Kat though having your mahjong table out and having people over, and you were the rotating mahjong house.
How much of a table do we need? Because in our game room, we've got a table that's probably 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet that we play chess on.
Yeah, no,
and it's got a little lip on the side, so tiles can't fly. We play Rummy Cube on it.
Okay. I think you could probably get one of those squared card tables. Yeah. Is the size that Christine has. But no, so you should definitely check that out. That would make you real cool. Not a nerd. Cool.
Okay. I'm fine. We have game nights with the neighbors, so this mahjong might be the new thing.
Yeah, but you have to bring over your smart neighbors. You can't bring over you got to be.
I only have smart. Did you know over 65% of Plano is college educated or above?
Not me. Okay. I'm in the 35%.
Yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't determine intelligence specifically, but I'm just saying.
It doesn't. I'm pretty smart, Tanner.
I'm one of the smartest ladies I know. One of the smartest gosh darn ladies I ever met.
Know. All right, there you go. I love that.
Is that it for today?
That's it for today, but I think we covered it. It was a very expansive list of things.
You just kind of start with an idea and you just see where it goes with us. And
that's how it happens. Yeah. That's how the magic happens.
I don't even know if we brought it back to where we wanted to be, but...
Plano kicks butt.
Plano kicks butt.
Plano kicks butt.
All right. High five.
See you later, buddy.
You have a good rest of your day.